everyone, welcome to Mindset&Co. This is kind of a short, I hope, kind of chill video where I just wanted to chat a little bit about the end of the year and while I get ready, where I get to live maybe a few tips for you for the upcoming year. And kind of what happened as well, like a little bit of an update on what's going on. So I'm just gonna tie up my hair and we're gonna start this, but first let me know how the holidays went for you, if you had a nice Christmas, what are your plans for New Year's Eve, etc, etc. If maybe you were working, because I know some of you are working there, you have all my sympathy. Also a bit of a disclaimer, I don't generally put a lot of makeup anymore, so I'm not a makeup artist, I'm not a makeup professional. I just have a couple of things that I like to use, but not a makeup professional here. So anyway, I just wanted to give like some updates on how the year, the end of year has been, because I had a bit of a few things that came up for me, and just to give a bit of context in case you don't know who I am and what I do, so I'm working a full-time job, trying to focus while I put my makeup. I'm working a full-time job and I also have two businesses. So one of my business has almost a year, and it's starting to take, so I'm a breathwork practitioner. And then the other business hasn't been launched yet, so I cannot really talk about it, but I still have been working on it. And you know, the end of the year, I rented a home with a few of my friends, in the nature, kind of secluded, and I was really looking forward to this because I had been working a lot, and I just really wanted to get off. And so I've rented a place with my friends and for Christmas for a few days, and if you see me look out there, it's because it's my mirror. And I turned off my Instagram notification, I turned off my Gmail notification, and honestly, it was the best time ever, because I didn't feel the pressure to answer emails, talk to people, answer requests, or do anything, or be expected to post on social media, none of that. And I had just the best time ever. And I realized how, you know, in our daily life, we're always stimulated in some way, even if you don't want to be. If you live in the city, you can be constantly overstimulated because you have all the noise around you. If you're working, then there's always someone who can email you, and I don't know, I just feel like even when you want to rest and you want to take a break or take a nap, then there's always your phone next to you who might be ringing, who might have some type of notification. There might be some noise around you, like train horns or really loud cars that are passing by. And our brains just constantly feel overstimulated. And that's the way most of us live our lives, you know, without being able to properly rest. And I can completely understand how it would be exhausting, how some people have anxiety in those types of environments. And having this type of reset, I understand not everyone can afford to, you know, rent a house or go in nature, but even just going a little bit in nature and having that time off can really help with mental health. Connecting with nature and just listening to the silence, because that's what I was doing in the house. Every morning I would just go, there was a frozen lake that was safe to walk on. Don't do that if it's not safe, double check. But I would always go to that lake and just lay down on the lake and listen to all the noise around, which means there were no noise. Sorry, I'm having a hard time to explain myself, to speak since I got back. Just listening to the silence all around, and I could just hear the wind around. And honestly, it feels crazy. Like if you live in the countryside and you're listening to this, you might be like, oh duh, that's the freaking nature. That's completely normal for you. But trust me, when you live in the city, you don't really have those moments. Those are very privileged moments, because even when you go to the park, like sometimes I go to some parks and I still can hear all the cars. There's no silence, okay? There's always someone around who's making some type of noise. So it's very exhausting, because even in those moments that you want to have peace, you just can't. And that's very exhausting on the mind. And so, yeah, that's what I experienced. And I really, really wish that everyone would have these moments and consider having these moments carry on for the new year. Because honestly, the mindset that I had, the calm that I felt, I haven't felt in a while. And I realized that even though I know like all the tools and everything to relax my nervous system, I'm constantly stimulated in some way. And I don't know if I'm okay to be stimulated all the year like this. Obviously, I cannot go off the grid for the whole year and not talk to anyone. But having those little snippets of moments where I'm able to do that, even though it might be just one afternoon, you know, that's just incredible. The relief and the peace of mind that I haven't felt in so long. And yeah, I truly, truly hope that everyone has the availability to do that and understand how overstimulated we are, and that there are solutions to it. But sometimes it's hard when you're addicted to your phone, you know, and you always feel like you have to do something, even though it might not be your phone, but you might just want to do something specific, or like always doing something, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I just think it's hard to live this way, because you're never truly, fully resting. And it's very detrimental. And when I was there, I was like, okay, but this is actually life. We're not supposed to be on all the time. And being in the city, you're always stimulated. And that's harsh. That's really harsh. And I just wish, like, you know, more people would go out in nature, more people would take this time off everything and just live their best lives, you know? Even though your best life might be in the city, I'm not saying it's not the best life, but all that stimulation, it's really harsh. Okay, we're getting to the rough part of me putting mascara on. So yeah, what are your intentions for that in the new year? Did you include some rest, some downtime, not being stimulated, you know, during the year? Did you add that to your intentions for the new year? Because very often we have all these projects, all these things, these travels we want to do, but honestly, we also need those downtimes to think of all the projects, think of our next steps. Are we really doing what we want here? Are we really, you know, just ask yourself, having some downtime to ask yourself all those big questions. So did you plan that in your intentions for the new year? If not, I really advise you to do so. It's really hard to focus. It's really hard to focus, okay? Maybe I can actually see myself in the little camera up here. That's gonna be easier. I'm so sorry. This is my first get ready with me video. I just kind of wanted to make a fun format for you. And it's just harsh. It's just really harsh. Okay, but this is also kind of fun. And yeah, what are your intentions for the new year, by the way? Just let me know. And maybe we can do a checkup, you know, come back in February and let me know if you actually keep doing this. By the way, if anyone wants to know, I'm not affiliated to any of these brands, but most of my makeup come from Elate. I don't know if you can see. And it's a really cool company that basically promotes sustainability on their products. Everything is in bamboo and you can reuse most of the packaging. So it's a Canadian brand, just in case you're wondering. Again, I'm not affiliated to this brand. So anyway, yeah, I just feel like we're constantly stimulated, and taking some break, that was just my message for you today, okay? Like, take the time to really be off, and not just saying I'm off but then being on your phone all the time. No, like, disconnect everything. If you can, go in nature if that's accessible to you. Hug a tree. And just having some downtime, I promise you, your mind will flourish. You will feel so much better, so much peace and calm in your body. It's just incredible, the feeling that procures. And I guess I kind of had forgotten that, being always in the city and not really, working all the time, working on my day job, working at nights, working on weekends, and not being fully able to have that full reset and being present in this very moment has just been a real gift for the end of the year, because I used to spend a lot of my Christmas, even with family, I would be sometimes on my phone, I would talk to my friends, and I really, really regret that actually right now, because now I've experienced the pleasure of not being on my phone and not answering anyone and just being present with my friends, with the nature that surrounded me, like whatever I was doing, the cooking, etc. And it's just really been a gift. And I think it's kind of sad when you think about it, that we're so on our phones all the time. We're always supposed to be answering people and always on our phone, always following the next thing, the news, etc. But it didn't used to be this way. I think when I was younger, of course, like, we started to have some phones. It was, the early times where we were getting cell phones, smartphones, all of that. But just before that, we didn't used to have that, and somehow I just felt more free. It just felt like I could be really present, and it's hard today to feel this way. And I think it's kind of sad, because I think a lot of people feel the same way. So anyway, I have to go very soon, so I have to leave you. But I was just done with everything. I don't really brush my hair. So anyway, that was just a complete chill chat before the new year begins. And I don't know, I just guess if some people needs to hear it, they will hear it, right? I hope this has been of any value to you. I know this was kind of short, but this is what I have today. I don't want to make it long. So anyway, let me know how your holidays are going. Let me know what are your intentions for this new year coming up. And I have so many different projects that are coming up on January. I'm just so fully excited to share this with you when it comes up, and continuing the podcast, continuing the videos. And after this break, I'm really ready to come back for this new year. So I hope you're having yourself a really great rest. And don't forget to like and subscribe to get all the notification and my future videos. And just let me know if this has been of any value to you. And I will see you next year. Oh my gosh, I just can't believe we're almost next year. That's crazy. Okay. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your holidays, and I will see you soon. Bye.